Picture this, a crowded conference hall, the lights dim and a speaker steps up to the TED stage. The audience leans in, hanging on every word, not because of flashy slides, but because the story grips them. What is it about these talks that sets hearts racing and ideas ablaze? Carmine Gallo cracks the code behind these magnetic moments, revealing the hidden secrets that make a TED Talk unforgettable, and how you can steal them to sell your own ideas. Before you launch into facts and figures, ask yourself, does your story pull on people's hearts? TED's top talks don't just inform, they ignite emotion. Hear how they do it. Jill Bolt Taylor's 2008 TED Talk about her stroke isn't a dry medical lecture. She describes losing her mind, then rediscovering it with raw vulnerability. Her emotional journey made millions connect instantly and remember her message for years. It wasn't just neuroscience, it was a human story. Think of authenticity like a cracked window. When you're real, people see inside, flaws and all. This shatters barriers. Unlike rehearsed speeches, authentic talks tap into shared human experiences like laughter, fear, or hope. It's less about perfect delivery and more about genuine connection. Passion is like wildfire. When a speaker's excited, the audience catches that spark, and suddenly the room burns bright. TED speakers who appear energized and deeply invested create a mood shift. Their energy makes you care about their ideas even if you don't understand all the details. Ever left a talk thinking, what was that about? TED Talks cut through noise by honing their core idea. Here's the magic behind that deadly efficient clarity. Carmine Gallo highlights Steve Jobs' 2007 iPhone keynote, where Jobs distilled the entire future of mobile tech into one line: a widescreen iPod, a phone, and an internet communicator. That single, graspable message made the launch unforgettable and viral. Jobs fiercely protected that focus, avoiding a scattershot presentation. Visuals in TED Talks aren't decoration, they're mental gasoline. Imagine trying to explain the internet as a maze. Instead, Dr. Jill Bolt Taylor compared her brain hemisphere shutting down to a city losing power. This stark image sparked immediate visualization, making complex science feel tangible. Metaphors are like mental hooks. When Ken Robinson explained how schools kill creativity, comparing them to factories on assembly lines, suddenly the abstract idea became clear and sticky. Your brain can't help but picture it, so the idea stays long after the talk ends. Nailing your message is just half the battle. TED stars know the stage is their playground. How they move, breathe, and speak turns ideas into impact. Amy Cuddy's viral TED Talk on body language shows how presence changes perception. By using open postures and deliberate gestures, she convinces audiences not just with words, but with a palpable sense of credibility and warmth. Nonverbal cues steal the show when aligned with your message. Ever notice how the best speakers use silence like a sculptor chisels marble? Pausing after a critical point makes listeners lean in, digest, and remember. It's the power of pause, your invisible exclamation mark, to create emphasis without shouting. Getting your talk exactly right isn't about memorizing every word. Carmine Gallo reveals how top TED presenters rehearse to feel natural and adaptable, like jazz musicians riffing on a theme. This flexible flow defeats nerves and makes delivery feel alive, not robotic. Remember that TED stage where the crowd hung on every word? Now you've got the formula behind that magic: heartfelt stories, crystal clear ideas, and commanding delivery. Your next talk doesn't have to terrify you. To start, pick one idea, tell a true story, and pause dramatically before your big point. Try it out at your next meeting and watch the room lean in. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.